Good evening, guys. Friday evening. Sorry, guys, I had to move this stream to today because I got a real bad cold with sore throat. That was not very funny. So I had to move it to this day instead, and I hope you bear with me. Hey, Calican, good to see you. How are you doing, Calican? Hey, Vanessa. Good to see you. Last week, my voice wouldn't bear me at all because I could barely speak when I woke up that Saturday morning. I was totally fine, just fine on the Friday, but as it is, I'm still have a bad cold, but I'm feeling much better now, but I will still try to keep this stream not too long, so 1.5 hours, maybe 2. And besides, it's Christmas Eve tomorrow, and we celebrate tomorrow, December 24th. Yeah, I hope so too, my friend. Hey, Hando, good to see you. My nose is still clogged. Well, that sounds a very good idea, Vanessa. Freezing rain tonight. No traveling. I agree with you about that one. Well, I'm feeling better. I don't have any sore throat anymore, so that's something good. But I begin to regain my strength again, so that's at least good. Hey, Thorhaven, good to see you, brother. How are you doing? If you want to join me, Thor, you can just click the link in the top of the chat, my friend. Magnificent Germany with Darian, good to see you. Yeah, Magnificent, it's always nice to have you here. Hey, you have to excuse my nose, I'm still have a cold. But I managed to do my stream today because last Saturday I couldn't barely speak. Anyway, it's good to see you guys, and Merry Christmas, guys. Okay, Thor, no problem, I understand. Yeah, those storms can mess with your connection. But anyway, uh, today's topic: traveling safety at Christmas. And why do I come up with that topic, my friends? Well, it's a reason for that. The Christmas week, the Christmas week, it says everything. First of all, it's a lot of people traveling for Christmas, visiting friend, family, in maybe in another state. Uh, some people travel by car most of the time to their family, and this time of year the roads are slippery. And if you're really bad luck, you have a snowstorm too. So that is why I came up with this topic. Because here in Sweden, they always mention that, remember, travel safety for Christmas, guys. It's easy to have an accident, and it's happened a lot of accidents at the Christmas week. And even the day after Christmas. Because when everybody are going back home again, so first things first, um, plan your trip. Make sure you have the time. Make sure you have a plan B. Make sure you have extra gear in your car. If you have to make an unpredictable stop somewhere, make sure you have water and food. Lemon and whiskey for the cold. Oh, and yeah, I would like to have that, Thor, but with that blood pressure medicine I had take, I can't drink alcohol because that would affect the medication. Not for the good part of it. It would probably make it worse. It probably would enhance the effects. Hey, Anne, good to see you. Well, I still have a cold. My sore throat are more or less gone by now. I can feel some burning in my throat, but it's I get rid of that soon too. Merry Christmas, Anne. I agree, Thor. Blankets, sleeping bags, water, food, road flares, shovel, traction device, candles, or other heat source. Yeah, and a camping stove too is really nice to have too. Make sure all passengers have winter clothing, including snow pants. That is also good. Another good idea, Thor. Yeah, I drink some. It is called ginger tea. It's really you drink it hot, but it's really you feel the ginger. Yeah, jumper cables. Yeah, I agree. Especially if it's minus 25 degrees Celsius or 15, and the car's stuck on the road for a longer period of time. Uh, that would kill your battery. So, when we're speaking of batteries, car batteries, make sure you have a new, fresh one, not an old one. Yeah, ginger. That gives you a real kick. Ellie's Adventure Vlogs. Long time no see, Ellie. How are you doing? Hey, CR, good to see you, brother. CR, if you want to join me, the link is on the regular place for you. Yeah, you too, buddy. Okay. Yeah, I woke up last Saturday with a sore throat. Couldn't barely speak. So that's why I moved this stream last today instead. I'm lucky. My truck has two spots for batteries, so I added a second. The second battery runs my inverter and other items in the bed of the truck. I can use it to jump the main battery in emergency. That is a good idea. It's always good to have an extra battery in your car if you can fit it. Because in that case, if you have a fully functional extra battery and your main battery is dead, as you said, you can jump start it with the other battery, which is really nice. And the other thing is make sure you have really good tires. You have good tires that are made for the winter time. If you have worn out winter tires, well, they are not that safe as if you have good ones. By planning your trip to your family is the first thing. When do you plan to hit the road? And when do you plan arrive? Hey,
Hi. I'm actually still out, by the way, so
yeah. How are you doing, CR?
still cold out west.
Yeah.
Let me roll up a chair here. Oh,
Thor says, lesson learned. OP Desert Storm was either the SAS or SEALs who got stuck in the desert on extended OP, and all the batteries were dead in the vehicles. They linked them all to jump one vehicle. Well, that's another good idea.
so yeah, I'm not sure how long I can stay, but I think I jump in for at least a little bit.
Yeah, I plan to run for that long, maybe 1.5 hours or so.
Okay, I might be able to stay till the top of the hour.
So maybe 1.5, 2 hours, maybe. I'm feeling better, but I'm still not fully recovered. So,
Okay, okay.
so that's why I'm trying to run for a little bit shorter today.
Mm-hmm. So where are you talking about?
Traveling safety at Christmas. It's a lot of traffic Christmas week.
I think that's more important this year around. At least here in North America, that's for sure. I know for
Yeah,
it's the situation.
it's the
And
most uh, it's most the most traffic on a year is in the Christmas week because everybody hit the road basically. So it's a lot of traffic, icy roads,
snow, blowing snow,
snow. Yeah, you have snowstorms if you're bad luck.
people rushing.
Yeah, they are stressed,
Yeah.
so try to hurry.
Mm-hmm.
So and a lot of traffic. So that is why I came up with this topic because
Mm-hmm.
they mention on the new TV they always remember people take it easy when you go to your family at Christmas.
Early bird gets the worm, right? So, as they say,
Hey,
so
Mary
try to leave
Mermaid, good
early.
to see you, ma'am.
Hello, hello.
I can hear you loud and clear, CR.
Yeah. Early bird gets the worm, so try to hit the road earlier. Give yourself an extra 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes or whatever.
Yeah. Merry Christmas to you, Mary. Yeah, and you are in the middle of a storm now.
Yeah, it's stormy out in eastern Canada right now.
Yeah.
Blowing snow, high winds, high
So
gusts.
here in Sweden at Christmas, the accidents increases when everybody goes to their families. So this time of year, so that is that is why it's good to remind people to take it easy, plan your trip, what time you plan to hit the road, and what time do you plan to arrive. And just in case, add some extra time to that and have a backup plan.
Yeah, give yourself plenty of time. Sorry, I'm in an echoey room.
Yeah, and most of those who are hit the roads for Christmas, it is not a drive for 30 minutes. It's not. Now we
Mm,
talk about three, four, from 2 hours and up, maybe 1.5 hour, 1 hour to 3 hours and up. So it
yeah,
depends
give yourself
on,
plenty of time.
yeah. So make sure you really have time. And the other thing, don't stress.
Yep, check your gear. Check your
Yeah,
gear on the way out. Everything, right? As Ford would say, check your tires, right? They make contact to the road. Check the weather conditions, right?
yeah,
From your from where you're leaving and your destination.
yeah. If you plan to take the main route you normally take, if that doesn't work, you need to have taken an another route to get to the same place. So plan for that too.
Call ahead, leave. Leave like, hey, I'm leaving right now, kind of deal. Like message people, be like, hey, I'm leaving. This is my route.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
We were going to have a 6 hour drive to visit my parents, but cancelled. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, Thor.
I mean, people will understand, right? People will understand. Like I know, the last 2 years I went like itching to go out, but you know, if anything has shown us anything, it's not where or the occasion. It's spending time with people in the first place. That's the important thing. Even if you gotta do, a conference call, sorry, we couldn't make it live or, in person.
Yeah, and another thing is to have some backup power for your phone.
Yeah, battery bank,
Because,
right?
yeah,
Charge up your battery all the way, right? Top up your
make
gas
sure you
tank.
have, yeah, make sure you have your phone fully charged and
Yeah,
take your power bank with you
a car
and
kit,
yeah,
stuff like that.
maybe a shovel and for the snow. So,
Yeah, some cat litter, sand, just in case stuff like that. And like I said, make sure people know you're coming or you're leaving. That way they expect, they know you're on the road. Maybe pull over and be like, hey, I'm just halfway there now. That way they know exactly what's going on, right? There's no confusion. It's like, oh, I thought CR was going to show up like half an hour ago. He hasn't
yeah,
messaged us, right? That way you don't worry people. People know that, you just left a message, right? Oh, he's halfway there. CR's halfway to see Joron or something like that, right?
yeah.
So,
Hey, James, you got Gap. Welcome, brother. Good to see you.
yeah. Dress warmly, right? Dress like you're actually going outside, not just to a vehicle. Just in case you got to pull over, change that tire, it's like, my engine light's on or something like that. You got to check on something.
Yeah. Hey, Huga. Good to see you. Uh, I heard a story from my country. Um, It was a winter, like Christmas time,
Hmm.
and they were traveling in the car and they get stuck. And
Yeah.
you know what? Hey, you know what they wore on the? They wore a suit, nice shoes, and the lady wore a long dress, not specific, and high heels.
Well,
Eh,
you know what I say about that? Put Von Johns underneath, right? Wear a sweater underneath your suit. You can you can all once you get there, you can take off the sweater, right? You can take off that sweater. I mean, you know, these occasions or whatever, right? If it's for example, it was a wedding. Well, if you show up with your sweater on, you could just take it off and be like, "Yeah, I have my suit underneath, but it's really cold." People will understand, all right? I mean, you know, if it's cold out or whatever, people will understand it's cold out, right?
Indeed.
And hi, Hugo. Hey, James.
Yeah. So they got serious problems when they had got stuck for I believe it was 1.5 hours or so.
Bring that.
They were not that happy. I can tell you that.
Bring a blanket. I mean, I brought a blanket the last trip
They
out
didn't
that I
have,
went.
they didn't even had that in the car.
Well, I actually brought my blanket just because I didn't. Now I didn't have to like fight over a blanket at the place. you know,
Yeah.
I have my own, right? I'd be like, yeah, I brought his own sleeping bag or blanket, so you guys don't have to worry about that. You know.
Better have a go bag with you for emergencies. Yeah.
Well, some sort of car kit. You know, some water, some food that you can eat relatively easily. You know,
Yeah. So,
shelter, water, food, right? Shelter,
yeah.
water, food. Make sure your vehicle's ready to roll. You know, battery banks so you can charge up your phone just in case you have issues.
Yeah. Or buy her a warm fur coat. Yeah. Those are
And
expensive.
footwear, right? Like even if you have to wear dress shoes, right? Oh, you can change the dress shoes once you get there. You don't have to
Yeah.
wear them out. Just wear boots right away. Once you get there, you change into them, like in your car or whatever, right? You're right outside their place. Okay, I'm gonna put on my dress shoes and walk in, leave my boots in the truck or whatever.
Yeah, Huga has a point here. Dressing up is okay, but pack those hiking shoes in the car in just in case. I agree.
Well, like I said, just wear them out. Just change into the dress shoes when you get there. People will understand that,
Yeah,
right? I mean, like this winter time.
yeah, they will. Um, Thor will come up with another one. Extra gas cans are handy if you have a spot for them. Yeah, yeah, that is another good idea. And besides, when you are driving with winter tires, they the car has a tendency to be much more thirsty. Women you work downtown wear tennis shoes with dresses and carry heels in their bag. Yeah, that's another good idea to do.
Sorry about that. I had to slip over for a second there.
Ah,
Still here.
no problem. No problem at all.
Like I said, I'm at my buddy's place, so he's calling me. I'm in our room.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah. I mean, even when I came up to my buddy's place, right? For example, real world example, I brought a bag. I brought spare to change clothes, dress for the weather and stuff like that, wear boots and stuff like that. And I mean, I even brought my own thermos for my coffee. Just and stuff like that. And of course, bring your presents that you're bringing and stuff like that. Right? I guess that's an obvious thing. you know, and especially make sure that you're like ready to go. Right? You planned it out. Right? Like I said in my previous video, dress in layers, stay dry, plan ahead. All right, plan it ahead. Right?
Yeah,
As
I
much as
agree.
possible. If you gotta make that judgment call, be like, you gotta cancel or whatever, people will understand, especially if the weather's bad or something like that. I mean, like, I wouldn't want someone, if it was a blizzard or something like that, to come to my place 6, 8 hours away. I'd be like, oh, you know what? Okay, I can understand, right? You know, I know it's Christmas time and all that stuff, and people haven't seen each other for a while, but I also want people to arrive safely and get back home
Yeah,
safely. That's the most important thing, right?
yeah, I agree.
Right, right. I mean, there'll be our holidays, right? But our little things, yeah, those can linger.
Yeah, and Thor has another good idea. Pack items so if you have to walk off the road right to a house, gas station, hotel, etc., then you can. I drive with a t-shirt in the middle of winter, but my winter coat and sweater are within reach. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, like I said, I have clothes with me, right? But I'm also, I can reach in and grab a little bit more. Gloves, right? Gloves, mitts, whatever, tooth, right? You have them. It's just like anything in the winter. If you have the clothes, you can always put them on. You can't put them on if you don't have them at all.
Yeah. Huga says they lost power for an hour, came back on, then flickered a few more times last night, but had body heater ready. That's good. Other item to have on hand, washer fluid. Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good thing for. You gotta be able to
that
see the
that
road, right?
yeah, that is something you don't want to be running out of because
It's like checking
that
your
will be
lights,
horrible.
check your brake lights, make sure they're all good. That way, right? And stuff like signaling it in advance, right? Don't at last second change lanes or whatever, right? Don't do that. That's gonna be a bad idea doing that.
And check your tires too,
Mm-hmm. All
so
right.
you have the right pressure in them.
Know your route, right? Know your route. Don't rely on the GPS all the way. Know the route, right? Even this is why I say to call halfway or message halfway. Be like, hey, I'm not quite sure. Can you meet me part of the way, right? And you know, something like that.
Yeah,
Especially if you haven't been to the location before. Let's just say, hey, they just moved in this year or whatever, right? And this is your actually first time coming into their place. Well, I'd be like, give a detailed route, right? Have a detailed route. That way, for sure. Even though you haven't traveled on this road or whatever, they told you, oh, look for these landmarks. Look for these landmarks.
no
If you can,
LG, it's not Saturday, it's Friday. Friday, December 23rd, to be
yeah,
exact. I I had to move this. This is actually the stream I should have last Saturday, but I got sick, so I couldn't speak, so I had to move it today instead. And tomorrow it's Christmas Eve, and we celebrate it December 24th. So
Hmm.
that is another reason why I put it on a Friday.
And hopefully we're all considering this way in advance,
Yeah.
even though it was supposed to be last week.
Yeah, so technically this is the last week's stream we're doing today instead. Yeah, Thor, survival blankets are also nice with some duct tape. These can be taped up on the windows to create a tent within the vehicle. Yeah, I heard about that one too.
Well, that will probably work to a certain degree. I mean, there's like a reflective bubble wrap, something like that. I mean, of course, this still doesn't per se replace sleeping bags or an actual blanket. That's like fluffy, right? Because you'll get more warmth or insulation from something like that. Like a survival blanket would be like something on top of that, something to like supplement that. I mean, not complement that.
Yeah,
Survival blankets tend to be thin, so you're touching it or whatever, and it doesn't provide great insulation value because it's so thin. In my opinion.
and you have those for windshields. These silver
Yeah,
thick. Uh,
sunshades and stuff like that. Yeah,
you put
usually,
on your windshield when
yeah,
it's
usually,
cold outside. You put them on over your windshield and attach them to your doors. So
hmm
it's
yeah. I mean, that's just like saying make sure you can see, right? Ideally,
yeah,
you want to be able to see everything and be able to be noticed, right? You're signaling, um, your signal like your brakes and all that, brake lights, headlights on your front of your vehicle are working, your wipers are working, right? You want to be able to see and be able to signal, hey, I'm turning left, right? That way, everyone, right? There's no that last second. I didn't see your turn light, so always make sure those are working. Because
yeah,
it's it's just be your left, right? It's like, oh, I thought it was working, and then oops, you cut someone off, and yeah. And like I said, people are rushing too, right? So, hopefully, like, let's say you're going 6 hours away, right? Today or something like that. Just checklist. It's like, okay, brake fluid, I chop my, tire pressure. Gas is full.
yeah,
I got a cat litter. I got the shovel, right? I got blankets inside a bag or something like that. Some sort of a version of a go bag for like a trip like this. I'm just saying,
yeah,
like, if I was going like 6 hours to visit someone, right, on the road, on the highway, maybe you're walking. Who knows? Maybe you're even walking. All right. Maybe you're walking. I don't know. All right. Still dress for the weather, regardless.
yeah,
Because it could be a simple thing as, oh, hey, I don't know what happened to the heater. It was working yesterday. At least then you'll be like, well, I still, oh yeah, I got the blankets. You can wrap up with that. Let's say your vehicle's still running, right? Your heater's not working, right? Well, you can still make it there, but now you have a blanket. It's like, okay, uncomfortable, yeah, but I'll make it there. And you call ahead and be like, hey, yeah, can you make some coffee? My heater's not working, but I got a blanket, so I'm still warm. I'm wearing a winter clothing, layers, a winter jacket, boots on, but my heater's not working in my vehicle. Can you make some coffee? I'll be there in about half an hour. Okay, right? And it's just like, because then
yeah,
you give people notice. People know what's going on. No surprises, right? Outside
yeah,
the presents, right? That's probably the only surprise you want to give anyone is the presents.
yeah. And LG has good idea here. Knit silk, alpaca are also nice alternatives to wool. The knit silk is nice because it isn't itchy. I have one that is a triangle tent. I think it's made by SOS or similar. Um, Outside it's orange and inside it's reflective. Hand for single person outing. Yeah,
Hmm. Right.
those
And
hand warmers are always nice to have.
hmm hmm but of course, like hand warmers and stuff like that still don't replace like actual shelter elements, right? I
Yeah,
mean, you know,
thank you, Hendo. I appreciate that.
stuff like fire and heat sources are good. Don't get me wrong. I like to have them too, but they don't replace solid shelter. Like, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can have hand warmers, but having an extra pair of mitts might be a little bit more beneficial.
Yeah, but if you're really frozen, your hands are frozen, you might need to warm them up and then put them in, as you
Yeah,
said.
right. Something like that. I can understand. You just had to change the tire or whatever. You were been outside a little bit longer than expected.
Yeah,
Well, because if you have good shelter, the heat sources that you do have just work better because you can retain more of that heat. Keep it going a little bit longer than just no gloves at all and just using like hand warmers versus having hand warmers with mitts and gloves. Well, it's probably just not work that much better.
used heat warmers, hands, feet for soccer games. That's about how long they last. Yeah,
Well, this is why I said about retaining that heat as long as possible. That way, like, because the heat's always going to be escaping, but if you can retain that heat, slow it down, it might give you an extra a little bit of time, let's say 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, right? Still some residual heat. Because I know there's a certain amount of time, let's say 8 hours, 6 hours, whatever, right? But,
babes in Thailand and other things. Welcome and Merry Christmas, guys.
hello?
Heat retention is important. Insulation, yeah.
Well, exactly, right? It comes back down to, like, you know, keep the heat where you need it, like in your vehicle, in you, not just escaping out in the air, and stuff like that. Bring some hot drinks and a thermos with you, right? Some hot coffee. Oh, I also that reminds me of something. Shadow on your
Okay.
desk, on your travels. If you don't know already, know where the pit stops are, like the gas stations, all of the stuff. Know how exactly where they are, so you don't have to
Yeah,
gas. Or if you have to pull over or whatever, use the restroom, whatever, right? You know exactly where they are. Something happens, you know how far back you have to walk, right? It's like, oh, I know exactly how far back it is. I know exactly how far away it is. And it's not just knowing it on a GPS, but physically knowing it, or your friend, hey, Shadow, how far is that gas station from your place, right? You know, yeah, well, it's about 5 kilometers. Okay, okay, and then you know that for sure. And I think it's 5 kilometers. Maybe it's two. I don't know. I've never been there. Right? Because uncertainty is not a good thing. You want to be fairly certain. You know, that way you make the right judgment call when necessary.
yeah,
It's just like, oh, I think I'm almost at this place, but the gas station, I think it's 2 clicks back, right? It's one of those judgment calls you would have to make, right? But
yeah,
if you have more information, then you can maybe make better choice.
yeah. You need to plan your route more efficient than you normally do because everything takes a longer time when it's at winter time than it does at summertime. So
Hmm.
that is so many other things you need to take in consideration.
Yeah, stay dry. Warm's nice, but don't sweat. Don't get wet. Don't, right? Like I said in previous streams and videos, moisture will just pull heat away from you so much faster.
As Thor says, one problem I have with the heat warmers for hands and feet is if you start sweating, I do, then you have moist gloves and socks. Yeah, that's not pretty nice actually. But I would probably use them so until the feet
Maybe
are
even
warm.
sparingly.
Yeah,
Even if you have to pull them back out, just so you don't sweat, right? So yeah. Even if you have to put them in a closed container that you can seal, just kind of like until it's like, oh, I'm starting to sweat too much, right? Just to cut the edge, right?
yeah. Because it's not nice to have cold feet and cold hands.
Well, that's what I said about wearing boots while driving, then changing to the dress shoes.
Yeah,
Once you get there, you know, to the in-laws or whatever, right? Or a Christmas party or whatever, right? You know, even if you're wearing like long johns underneath your slacks, your dress pants, right? Stuff like that. No one's gonna notice that.
winter, a lot can go wrong. Indeed. Indeed, it can. Thermosocks. Well, they work.
Mm-hmm.
I never had thermosocks, but I believe your feet can begin to get sweaty if you use thermosocks, especially if you have thermosocks in boots.
Yeah, see, that's why I do. I try to like wear just make sure shelter's solid. If I gotta use those, that's just a bonus or to complement what I have. Even if you're gonna use like baby powder to stay dry, right? Your feet or whatever, right? You want your feet dry as much as possible. Hey, it depends where you are.
Yeah.
Depends where you are.
One thing I wish I had was cordage. I didn't think I would need it, but it would be nice to have a close dry line. I hear a lot about fishing line because it's strong, but how do you knot it? Merry Christmas, Pilgrim Prepper. Good to see you, my friend.
Hey, Pilgrim.
I missed a bit of the conversation. Still working. No problem, Thor.
It's all good. Hey, Shadow.
Yeah,
I got about 5 minutes here, so
okay.
that's why I'm rushing like what I'm saying a lot more than usual.
Yeah,
And this room's so echoey. There's nothing in
yeah.
this room. Sorry. As long as you can
And
hear
Andy,
me,
yeah.
that's
And Andy says I'm in East Coast Canada.
yeah. And I'm living on the west. It's still cold out west. It's supposed to warm up, but like I said, out east it's snowing and stuff. And double, like I said, double check the weather. You know, double
Yeah,
check the weather. See how much it might expect to snow. right?
Hey,
Is there a
Charlie,
chance
good
of,
to see you, brother. How are
and
you doing?
hey, Ghost Wolf.
When, yeah, when I lived in the north and traveled in the winter and early spring, I always had my rifle for the polar bears and black bears and hot tent in case we got stranded. Over 500, 400 kilometers of nothing. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I wish it was this warm outside. That warm.
Canada is just too cold like Scotland. Well, Canada is cold, but Sweden are also cold. Uh, we have 9 degrees
I think it's
today.
minus 25 Celsius here.
Yeah, yeah, it's minus 9 here today. So tomorrow it will be drop even more. Let's see.
Shadow.
No, obviously not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just want to say a few things before I slip out here. Thanks for having me on, everyone. Stay safe out there. Plan ahead. Dress layers. Call ahead. Just make sure people, we got these phones, right? Use them, right? Use them. Make sure they're charged, right? You know, take a virtual tour on like Google Maps or whatever, right? If you've never seen the front of their place, well, I don't know, maybe it's on Google Maps. Have them send you a picture, right? So, where they send you details, right? You know, especially if you don't have physical maps of this area or whatever. Dress warmly, plan ahead, stay dry, make sure your vehicle, if you're
works
driving, is good,
properly.
right? Lights, the tires, your gas is full, right? The heater's working, your windshield's clear so you can see everything. You can signal with your brake lights and all that stuff. Your headlights on your car is working if you're going to travel at night. I'd say tonight or something like that.
Yeah,
And, have some extra blankets. Just a few extra things, right? A few extra things could, turn that inconvenience, something into just a minor inconvenience, like a blanket, a little
yeah.
bit of water, a little bit of food, right? Call ahead, right? That battery bank, spare charger. It could be as simple as, hey, I'm gonna bring two separate cables to charge, just in case. Because I've had that happen before, where cables, why is this not working? That way, right? Top of your battery on your phone before you leave. Text or leave messages. Hey, mom, dad, I'm leaving right now at noon. I'll call you or message you when I'm halfway there, right? The kind of deal, or at some checkpoint. That way, they know exactly where you are, and tell people where you're going, so they know. That way, no one's like, you didn't say you were going. I thought you were leaving an hour ago. Oh no, I'm leaving. Or like, let's say, I thought you were leaving like 2 hours, 3 hours later. No, I'm coming right now, right? So they expect it, your company, right? Or the people you're visiting, they expect you to arrive. So, anything happens, then, you can start doing something.
Yeah,
Because if you don't know, then, oh, I didn't even know you were on the road yet, CR. Oh, yeah, I should have called before. I should have texted you. Even if it's got to be like some, Instagram message to someone or something like that. It's like, just let people know. That way people aren't so worried about something. It's like, oh yeah, they're good, right? They're on the road. They just called, right? and stuff like that. They checked all the tire pressure. They did these checks to make sure, right? So at least you did everything you could beforehand. All right. With that, thanks for having me on, Shadow. Take care,
You're most
everyone.
welcome. You
Enjoy the
take care
holidays,
too.
everyone. Stay safe. Plan ahead, like I said. Even after the fact, when you leave, right? On Christmas Day and the 26th, 27th, whatever, right? All right, everyone. Take care, everyone.
Take care. I would suggest eating a bit before you travel so you aren't hungry. Well, that's another good idea. Thorhaven, yes, must have items for northern life and travel. We South Africans, like Australians and Brazilians, prefer warmer climates. Well, that is what your bodies are used to. I forget the brand, but we keep water packets in our vehicles. They are designed with a foil packet that allows for freezing without bursting. Okay, that's cool. Thor, when you find out what kind of brand it is, you can put a picture on the Instagram or something. We are not Vikings or Inuits. No, you're not. LG Farm. Wow, that is brilliant. Never knew such a thing existed. Actually, I heard about them before, but after that, I haven't heard about them anymore. So you would be used to it if you were living here. Indeed, Thor. Indeed. Yeah, every go to sea or that would be a surprise for him. Yeah, that too. Yeah, that is guaranteed snakes. Okay, Charlie. No problem. Have a nice dinner, my friend. And I hope that hair rabbit will taste good. What I found amazing is our winter tires versus winter tires and vehicles found in Iceland. Okay. Drop it also in wide family farm groups. Yeah. Never had it, so I can't tell. Just got the word. The sea virus has returned to the house. Okay, that's not good. We love rabbits. We do them whole and stuff them like you would do like turkey. Okay. What stuffing's for? Yeah, I wonder that too. Our winter tires are similar size to our summer tires, where in Iceland they run massive tires almost year round. Yeah, they have a different topography in Iceland, so usually bread, sage, onions, and other spices. Okay, that sounds good. Well, I have the Ethiopian pepper, nice and spicy. That gives you a kick. Makes you definitely sweat. Then I like ghost chili too. But normally curry, cayenne, chili, the hotter the better. Yeah, it depends on what family you belong to. Every family has their own stuffings. Yeah, I like hot chili. The hotter the better. Yeah, I got a state gardener. He like hot stuff too. But it's hard to find ghost chili here in Sweden. unless you might find it on specialized stores. GSG keeps promoting hot products on his channel, including a range of sauces. Yikes. Well, his products can give some kick, probably. Well, everybody's taste is different. Some people like the mild stuff. And I'm okay with that. I always liked spicy food for some reason. I don't know why, but I do. When I was a kid, I didn't like hot and spicy food, but when I was a teenager, I could take it with no problem. NC Deb, good to see you. How are you doing? Here it is at the moment. 7 degrees. at the moment. It was 9 earlier, but weather has been pretty well. The sun has been up, so but it went down again pretty fast. This one is one I show you. This one I used on my thumbnail. Holiday travel safety tips to help keep you and your family safe this holiday season. 91% of holiday travel is by personal vehicle. Travel safety tips. Have a plan for roadside assistance. That's another good idea. Secure all doors and windows. Avoid distractions. Put the phone down and never text and drive. That is a good advice. Don't post online that you're out of town. I agree with that too. Expect delayed travel time. Never drink and drive or ride with someone who has been drinking. I agree with that too. Some good tips for you guys. I thought this was a really good one, so I just want to show it. Had to run and grab a drink. Our snow is now turning into ice pellets. Good times. Okay, we got most of the US in a snow mess, deep freeze power outages, and it's a mess. Yeah, I bet it is. Polar vortex from hell. Yeah, I can agree with you about that one too. I got a little buddy propane heater that runs off grill canisters, just in case the power goes out. Hope everyone's staying warm wherever you are. Yeah, we do our best. We have a membership with CAA, which is kind of like an emergency towing company. Will charge a battery, bring extra gas if you break down. However, usually in storms they are overwhelmed. Yeah, I bet they are. No. Yeah, it is good tips. Hey Thor, how much do you pay for a CAA membership? I believe it's a pretty affordable. Yeah, that too. Yeah, that too, Deb. Definitely. Electrical blankets are good as long as you have power. I gotta look that up, Thor. I live in a remote area and even AAA isn't here. Yeah, I think it's around 150 Canadian a year. They will tow you 200 kilometers and you can call them 5 times. So dead battery, lock your keys in the car, run out of gas, flat tire, etc. That is not that bad price actually. And solar electric blankets probably aren't a thing. Well, if you have enough sun, that might work. Yeah, Deb, I agree. That's awesome. Yeah, it's good when you can have a good deal like that. $150 a year. That that is not much money per month. Well, we might invent solar-powered electrical blankets. That would be a good invention. And probably popular too. Well, it's good, Deb. You had some sun. We had some sun today as well, but it doesn't stand up for that long. AAA is about that, but they're really picky about remote areas, and if you live in a place with poor plowed roads, yeah, in that case you have to plow them yourself, and that will take some extra time, especially if you plan a longer trip. And guys, thanks for the thumbs up too, my friends. I appreciate that. I don't have water though. Our community well is PVC from the 50s. I got pigs laying throughout house, but it's probably gonna be 3 days till I get water again. Ouch. 3 days. That sucks. I hope you have water stored away somewhere until, so you can use that water until the regular one will return for you. That is good. That many gallons for flushing and lots of bottled water. Yeah, that's good. That is good that you have water stored away. Otherwise, water you can't be without for that long. And in winter time, you definitely need it. I'm a mini prepper, but all set for the duration of this crap. Yeah, that's good. Well, that's good. You have all that said. You will manage. Glucose water. Some people take convenience for granted, but I'm from upstate New York, so we always were prepared. Yeah, upstate New York is pretty remote. RG, Arizona, good to see you, brother. Well, my friend, last Saturday I woke up with a sore throat. I couldn't barely speak, so that's why I had to move last week's Saturday stream to this Friday instead. So it is what it is, but begin to feeling better. I feel some stings in my throat, but it will be gone soon too. So my nose is clogged, so it's pretty annoying, but Merry Christmas to you, RJ. Well, I believe believe in Arizona. The weather is probably warmer than in the other part of the country. I have a really good thing. It stings pretty good. You drink it warm. It's a ginger tea. You drink it warm or hot, it depends on. And it do its job. Yeah, that's why I'm not running this stream for that long today. So okay, Orgy. So you have snow in Arizona. That's awesome. It's not normal that snow comes in a state where it's basically more desert. Yeah, snow in Arizona is pretty unusual. Well, in Colorado, they will have snow. I posted a video of it from last week. We got 2 inches and it's still around today. Okay. Yeah, ginger is good. It helps. And 2 inches is pretty much in Arizona. 2 inches. Yeah, that's 5.1 centimeter. Yeah, ginger is good, especially if you have a sore throat. It stings pretty good, but it helps. Local honey and garlic is better. Just heat it up and put a little brandy and you will be fine. Oh, yeah, that might work too. If you like brandy. And besides, guys, I think I wrap things up now. We have a day tomorrow, so yeah, we have to go up pretty early tomorrow. So I don't want to stream for too long today. So I think I said 1.5, 2 hours. But I decided to wrap things up now, guys. Thanks for hanging on. And by the way, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care, stay safe. God bless, be prepared. And I'm out.